Okay, so for problem 10, it says, on graph paper, draw a set of coordinate axes. So I went ahead and I have coordinate axes here. And let's go ahead and label the axis X and Y. And then the problem says, shade the region where X is greater than or equal to 5 and less than or equal to 8. So my graph is going to have a scale, which is 1. So that means every block represents 1 unit. So I'm going to find where X is 5 and X is 8. So I'm just going to count off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So X is 5 right about here. And if I think where X is 8, 6, 7, 8. So X is 8 right about there. Okay? So if you think about it, all the values between these two are these two lines meet those conditions, and the lines meet the conditions. So X values between 5 and 8 are over here. Okay, these are all the X values between 5 and 8. But even a point up here in the air, okay, right over here, still has an X value that's between 5 and 8. Even a point down here still has an X value that's between 5 and 8. The Y value is different, but the X value is still between 5 and 8. So to shade the area where X is between 5 and 8 and includes 5 and 8, includes all the region above and below that. So if I want to think of the region above and below, I'm going to go ahead and shade above and below, okay? So that's the area that's between 5 and 8. Now it says that they want the area for B, where it says shade the region where Y is between -3 and 6. And it includes -3 and 6. So think about Y being greater than or equal to -3 and less than or equal to 6. So if I think about my scale again, we're thinking of -3, where Y is -3 is right about here. And if you think about where Y is 6, that's on the positive Y-axis, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's right about there, okay? So if you want to think of all the Y values that meet this condition, all those Y values are right here, okay? But also think about like a point over here. A point over here still has a Y value that's between -3 and 6. The X value changes, but the Y is still between -3 and 6. A point over here still has a Y value that's between -3 and 6. So if we think back to how we did the other one, all the Y values between -3 and 6 are located between those two marks. Okay? So if you do this with a color pencil, you're going to see that there's a section where the colors overlap. And if you do it with two different color pencils, you're going to see there's a section where the colors overlap. Where they overlap is right here. Okay? And then part C says, is there overlap? What is the shape of the overlap? And what is the area of the overlap? Which hopefully you can find using your graph. Hope this helps.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.